Hello, everybody, and welcome to our podcast, Welcome to Livingston, where we invite local businesses, people, and organizations in to talk about what they are giving to our community. My name is Don Putkela.
And I'm Angela Putkela, and we're with the Putkela Group Real Estate Professionals. As realtors and brokerage owners, we bring valuable insight into the local market and community every week. Thanks for listening, and welcome to Livingston.
Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast, where we invite local businesses and causes to come on and talk about what they're doing in the community. My name is Don Putkela.
And I'm Angela Putkela, and we're with the Putkela Group Real Estate Professionals. And this podcast has been brought to us by Jim Paquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union.
Yes, and we are just super excited about today's episode. Today we have with us Julie Smith from Work Skills, which is a great local organization. I just can't wait to delve into it.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome, Julie.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes.
This has been like a long time coming. We've been wanting to get you on for a long time, and now it's finally worked out. And I wanted to start by thanking you for having us out. We came out yesterday to see your facility, hear firsthand, and see all the wonderful things you're doing. And this is just so exciting. And we want to be able to share this with our listeners because what a fantastic organization you are and resource to our community.
I thank you. And I'm so glad that you were able to come because now we can just talk about things because you've been there and you get it.
We do. Yeah. And for those out there listening, you guys are doing so much more than anybody thinks that you're doing. If they haven't come in and walked through, it's just what a great resource for the community.
Thanks.
Yeah. So why don't you start us off here? Can you explain what Work Skills is to our listeners here?
Basically, what we do is train them so they get vocational training. They do real work for real customers at our facility or in the community. They get the skills they need to help them develop worker traits so that they can go on and be great employees to somebody.
Because we were able to meet some of the workers there and the people there that were getting, other therapy and other things. But you can just see how happy they are, how, it's impacting people's lives.
Yeah, well, that's one of the favorite things is they're becoming independent. They have a purpose. They have this entire community of coworkers and support people, and they're happy, right? Now they have somewhere to go, something to do, and they're getting a paycheck.
Right.
Being productive members of society.
Yep.
Yes, and just having that purpose.
Yep. So one of the things I wanted to talk about a lot of the different programs you had, but when we were doing the tour, the first thing that surprised me is you guys have, actual production lines.
Yes.
That they're sitting down and they're doing important work.
Yes. And we didn't make it to Plant 2, but that's where we do the work for General Motors, and we've had that contract for over 40 years. So yes, they're doing actual production work for actual customers, and we have, I'm not sure how many production customers we have, but the more different jobs we can have our people learn to do, the more skills that they have.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that makes it more marketable. And especially, I feel like you have this long-term type of vision that you're really building people up.
We are, and you were there, so you see, we have people at all levels of abilities, right? But we focus on their abilities, not their disabilities. And if someone needs an accommodation, say they can't sit and work, then they can stand. If they can't stand, they can sit. If they can only work for 2 hours, they work for 2 hours. If they need some sort of a thing, a highly technical term, by our maintenance people. So, for instance, the clamps that you saw them putting together, our people have built these little things that have magnets. So if maybe your dexterity is not as great as the next person, you can use the magnet and you put it on. Just anything we can do to help them be successful. As long as they're getting the parts assembled, it doesn't matter how they do it.
Right, exactly. And then one of the nice things is while they're there, if they need some behavioral therapy, some occupational therapy, you have those services as well.
We do, yeah. The clinical services is really the latest piece to be added to work skills. And you saw there are a lot of pieces in the pie, but we have occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, and the ABA program for folks on the autism spectrum. And you're right. People can get pulled off the line. Come on, it's time for speech therapy. Then they come back out, they go right to work. And then the other thing is our clinical services are available to anyone. It doesn't need to be someone who is at work skills working.
So one of the things I think what sometimes people see in the work skills is the art that comes out of your building, which we were able to go in and see them working on that. Yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about that Artisan corner and that aspect because I knew that good artwork was coming out of there, but wow. They are doing
very exceptional.
Yes.
Yeah. Because just so artistic, so beautiful, and just so many wonderful things you guys are doing with it. Can you explain what the Artisan's Corner is and what?
Well, I'd be happy to. So you saw the art room, right? We talked about how like the whole vibe out on the production floor. It's the same thing in the art room, right?
Yeah.
So folks are there. And they are making really cool things. They do paintings, ceramics, jewelry, fiber arts, resin work, and they get paid when things sell. Like, how cool is that to become a professional artist? So I think we have right now 60 artists in the program is the last thing I heard. And you saw the room. It's kind of tight in there. We need to get like bunk tables so that we can accommodate more people. But the other really nice thing about it is when there's a painting that is selected by the team for sublimation, we pay the artist or artists a commission, a royalty to be able to use that image and sublimate it, which is a heat press process, and all kinds of things. And those sell really well too. And you know Gracie, right?
Absolutely.
Gracie does our sublimation, and she just has a gift for
so
what she does.
Yeah.
Right.
Great vision and so many different products. I mean, even a lunchbox, you know, and to see this beautiful art, not just be art, but to be connected to other things, or I think, kind of a coffee cup, or there's so many.
Well, and we have
products.
family members, friends and family of our artisans. I know we talked about some of them who come in, oh, is there anything by Anna? Is there something from Sarah here? And they buy all the things. And it's so much fun because now here they go with their coffee cup. Oh, no, that's a nice cup. Where did you get that? Oh, it's from Artisan Corner. Have you heard?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's our marketing, our soft marketing.
Now, where can people purchase those?
The
items?
boutique is at our main headquarters, which is at 100 Summit Street in Brighton. And it's open 8 to 4:30 during the business week because it is our administrative offices. It's where the clinical services are. It's kind of a bummer that we're not open on weekends because some of us shop on weekends. However, on November 22nd, shameless plug, we are having another art walk. We're having a holiday art walk. It's from 1 to 4 on that Saturday, and people can come to the boutique. They can walk through work skills. We'll have folks there guiding them, showing them what we do here, what we do there. It's a little different than coming when people are working because it's an empty building, but it still gives you a feel for what we do. And if you buy some things, it puts money in our artists' pockets.
Excellent. It's a great way to go check that out. So we'll make sure to have that in the show notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and again, it's just all these different ways that you're building these people up, that you're teaching them skills. But then at the same time with like the artwork and that, they're able to get their passion out into the world for other people to see. And I saw on the website that they can actually buy some of that stuff off of Etsy as well, right? So if you're not able to get into the shop, if you go to the Work Skills website, there's a link there that still gets you to a lot of that stuff to be able to purchase it.
Thank you. And it's difficult. We are the art staff is 2 people, 2.5, if you count the Gracie sublimation part. And to keep up with Etsy, it really could be a full-time job. And so we do the best that we can with what we have. But, the main job is to make sure that the participants have what they need to do what they need to do. But yes, Etsy is there. It gets updated, I think, weekly.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, and I know that you have the production jobs that people are able to do, but you guys are also helping them get out and obtain jobs in the community as well.
Yes, yes. So we have the employment services, which is really at the heart of everything we do. Those folks work with our participants. Everybody has a vocational plan, they have goals, and they meet with their service providers, the family, caregivers, and assess when the person is ready to go out and work into the community. And sometimes people do that on a trial basis with a job mentor. So they might go out and there's somebody there just to make sure they understand the directions, know who to talk to if they have a question, and that type of thing. But yeah, the goal is to get people employed.
One of the things I wanted to ask about, because we saw this great tour and just all these different things, so people working right there, and there's other buildings as well. So you had mentioned the GM
Yep.
working too, and
So on Rickett Road, that's the building most people are familiar with, and I think that I could put you in that bucket right now.
Yes.
Because it has the big sign that says what we're doing. So there's a production facility there, marketing, and our staffing people are at that building. And then across from where we were is the 111 Summit Street, another production facility, accounting, HR, and IT.
Wonderful. And then you guys also have some residential homes as well, right?
We do. We have two.
Yeah.
One is in Howell. We opened that one in, I think, 2015. And the other one is on Coon Lake Road, and we opened that. So we broke ground and renovations during COVID.
Okay.
So, yeah, each one is a 6-bedroom home, private bedrooms with ensuite and common areas, beautiful outdoor spaces. Yeah, they've been a great addition to the community.
Wonderful. And that, again, gives these people such more independence that, like, you're working them through to say, hey, you can do this, and then you can do this. And they're gaining confidence as they go through the levels to be able to hit that point of, like, now you're essentially living independently.
Mm-hmm.
So just such a wonderful organization to be able to build up members of the community to get them to those levels, to show them, hey, you can do this, and we're here to support you doing this.
Well, and one thing I neglected to mention when you were there, we also have quite a few apartments.
Okay.
So for those who are a little more independent, we still have our home care people who look in on them, help them with what they need. But if you don't need to be in a 24/7 type supervised situation, you can live in an apartment.
nice. But to have that support there, right? And I feel like, in terms of as people were younger, in the schools and so forth, there is support, but you guys are really able to take over as people become adults and to really help.
Well, and that's a concern. If you're a parent and you have a child with some sort of a barrier, I know from talking to our clients and their families, it's always in the back of your mind. I'm probably going to outlive my kid, and then what? Even if your kid is now 50, 60, 70, but it's a reality. So anything we can do to foster their confidence, their independence, their skills, it's a relief to the parents too, to know that there's something out there for them.
Yeah.
Right. It gives them a chance to feel their own contribution, which is just very admirable. So I was going to say that, what are some of the other support things that you're offering? Because I know I was on the website, and you kind of just get lost in all the different things that you guys do, and it's shocking to see how big your operation is.
Well, and we are 52, so over the years, it started as a very small grassroots organization, just helping these people become employed. This group of people become employed. And as the decades have progressed, there's been a greater need in the community. And if it's something that fits in our mission, you put it through the funnel, we figure out how to do it. So we have our three overarching things are living, working, and living. And we were able to last year, I think it was, kind of put things underneath that big umbrella.
Right.
But we have 7 divisions right now.
Wow. That is very good. Very good. Well, I want to take a pause real quick just to give a word from our sponsor. Jim Paquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union is a great partner of ours. So if you are out there and you're looking for any help in the lending industry there, refinancing, buying a home, please reach out to Jim Paquette. And, here's a little word from us about Jim Paquette. Today's episode of the Welcome to Livingston podcast is brought to you by our valued sponsor, Jim Paquette with Lake Michigan Credit Union. He is a trusted mortgage lender who has lived and worked in our community for many years. Jim Paquette is dedicated to helping our neighbors achieve their homeownership dreams and is proud to support the local businesses that make our area special. Now let's dive back into the stories of the incredible entrepreneurs we are featuring today. I wanted to get back to just talking a little bit more about your mission of support.
Yeah, well, and I wanted to ask because since you are such a big operation, I imagine having volunteers or something that is pretty helpful. If someone wanted to get involved, if they wanted to volunteer, what types of opportunities?
Sure. The interesting thing about work skills and our volunteer opportunities is that there are not a lot because we have all these participants who come to us and we can use them, we call them enclaves, to do certain things, right? Like they might be out pulling weeds, they might be helping spread mulch and things like that. We do with the residential homes, sometimes need help of that same kind. There's always room for volunteers in the art room. And you don't have to be artistic. It's just to help folks stay on task, right? Like, oh, I need some more red beads. I got you. Or, I need to go wash my hands. Come on, I'll go with you. So, yeah,
Right.
Not a lot of opportunities, but our volunteers keep the boat afloat.
Right. I noticed in the Artisan's Corner it was interesting that you're like, this is the social wing, because some of the people you'll see, and it's interesting. Some people, they have headphones on because they're listening to music or it keeps them focused. And then some people, just like everybody else, some people like to talk, some people don't like to talk. So you let people,
Be able to be themselves.
And find their space where they're able to be productive.
And we want them to be successful. And that's really funny that you bring that up, because I think the little social area is hilarious. And those artisans in that room get so much done. I think Tiana was there volunteering when we were there.
Yeah.
But I've walked in there just to say hello, and like an hour later, I'm like, okay, really, it's been great to talk to you, but I have work that I need to do. But it's whatever anybody needs, and we do have folks with sensory issues, so they wear the headphones, and Michelle is very aware of that when she places people in the art room. She's not going to put, Joe Talker right next to Susie Silent, and it's more than just, here, come in and paint. Our people all have very special needs and special requirements, and they're people. So we just want them to be there, be comfortable, be happy. And yeah.
Right.
And you have that cool game room and other interesting spaces.
For clinical services,
Yeah.
we have the game room with video games that's used both as a reward or as a place to be a little more comfortable while you're getting speech therapy or occupational therapy or ABA. And then we have play skills, which is the gym.
Oh.
I'm sorry I didn't let you jump on the trampoline,
Okay.
but I think there was a client in there at
Yeah.
the time. But again, it's just to make the people who are receiving services have the best experience.
Right.
Excellent. And it seems like they would. You guys really go the extra mile for all of it.
We care.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's such an inviting place.
Yeah.
It's
very
so
comfortable.
colorful. And you're seeing the artworks on the walls, and like even outside, you can see where they painted some areas on the wall. And it's just, it makes people feel comfortable. And you can really tell walking through there that everyone that's working there enjoys their job and loves being there.
The positivity really comes through and coming out. And in terms of everyone is just happy and friendly and positive.
It really is our culture, our corporate culture. And if you think about it, if you came to us because you had a loved one who needed services, you wouldn't want to walk into some place where everybody's all grumpy wumpy and
Yeah.
cinder block walls and army cots and things like that. And we don't coach people. Like I didn't say, "Hey, I've got these people coming in for a tour.
Yeah,
Clean
no, you
up
can
your
tell.
office, look happy." You know, I mean, you just
Yeah,
encounter
you can tell.
people, and
The
it's-
culture. The
yeah.
culture just comes through.
It's a great place to work.
Wonderful.
That's good. So, and you guys, I wanted to touch on, we touched on the volunteers, but how people can support you guys. What are the ways that people they're like, hey, this is a great organization. I want to support them. How do people support you?
Well, we've been talking about the Work Skills Corporation.
Right.
And then I'm the development director for the foundation, which we're all the same family, but separate tax ID numbers. And the foundation does the fundraising to support the programs and services of the corporation. And there are a lot of ways to get involved. Do you golf?
We golf.
Okay,
Yep.
check. We'll see you in May. We have a women's group called the Women of Work Skills Foundation. The acronym is WOW, for obvious reasons, and that's the philanthropic sisterhood of just generous women who enjoy each other's company. So there's that. We have a monthly donor program, which the foundation is 20 years old this year. So our campaign right now is to get 20 new monthly donors at least $20 a month in honor of our 20th anniversary. So that's an option. We have our Vision Partner Program, which is those who give at a higher level one time a year, and then we don't bug them every time we need money, and just show them love all year. And you can always just make a gift.
Right. And what a great cause.
Thanks.
Because you guys are able to really have leveraged a lot of this to just keep adding on to just wonderful new things for people to be able to work and to serve that mission.
Well, and it's based on needs in the community. I mean, it truly is, and I'm really grateful. We all are as a group, as a family, that we're able to meet those needs. We can't do everything, but the things we decide we are going to do, we do, and
Right.
it makes a difference.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like always new ideas, and even some of the people that you're helping bring ideas to you, and you guys really explore ways to make things happen.
Mm-hmm. And I was listening recently to one of our podcasts with Rod Jones, who was our president and CEO for 38 years. I mean, he's the one who was there since the beginning. And he was talking about how he loves to be out in the community and see folks who used to be at Work Skills. And he said, and they never forget. And it just kind of made me emotional again, because they don't, with us. If somebody makes a difference in our lives, you don't forget that.
Right. That is really good. That's really good. And I know it's just so nice to see the needs. I mean, in Livingston County, there's so many great philanthropic organizations that are giving back to the community. And I feel that they all interconnect with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They support each other. But it's so nice to see what you guys are doing, and to have been able to take a tour and see firsthand the way you're building people up. Because sometimes you get the concept, but to see it in person, to see, hey, this person is, doing this task now, and they're happy, and they're able to, they're earning their own way, which is the biggest thing. But I did want to say, because you mentioned the golf.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that golf outings are a big deal, and people love golf outings, you guys have a golf outing at Oak Point.
We do. I believe it's on May 18th, 2026. Sign up now. No, not quite. We're not ready. But I am meeting with the golf chair after this, so we're on it.
That's good.
So it's coming. And even for any of our listeners that are small businesses, I'm sure there's sponsorship opportunities, and because what a way to build up the community, but to help people that are going to be able to work and be part of that community.
But can I just comment on something you just said?
Yeah.
Because it is near and dear to me. We talk about Livingston County, and I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
There are a lot of nonprofits in Livingston County. We don't hate each other. We're all, a lot of us are serving the same people, just in a different way. So we're friends. And I think it speaks volumes for Livingston County as a whole, and for the nonprofits that exist in our community.
Absolutely. Right. There isn't a competitive thing. It's all, I've always found Livingston County to be a very collaborative environment.
Yes.
So no matter, even in the real estate industry, there's other parts in Michigan that are pretty cutthroat, but when it comes to Livingston, that's what it boils down to. To me, it's the people in Livingston County that make it what it is.
Yes.
The culture that our community has is unmatched.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic place to live and work and be part of.
Well, even we had some of the businesses on in 2021, 2022 after COVID, and they were saying that the community coming out and buying gift cards for these small businesses were the only reason that they were still open.
That's amazing.
And it's the same thing with the nonprofits. I find that, the people in the county are just willing to give, and you don't notice the need for all of those things till you start to look for it. And then you realize these organizations like yourselves at Work Skills that are providing such a service. And once you know it's there, that's another reason to support you.
It never occurred to me till you just said it, how interconnected all of them are, and all of the small businesses and everyone.
It's a cool place.
It's a remarkable ecosystem.
When you talk about COVID, and when someone's living with a disability, chances are they feel rather isolated to begin with. When COVID hit and our participants couldn't come to work, it was devastating. I mean, it was just so hard. That was what it's Thursday. What do you mean I can't go to work? So, again, hats off to my colleagues who kept them in the loops, kept in contact, and most of them did come back once they were able. But yeah, that was really hard on our people.
Definitely a challenge, but one that everybody was able to move on from, and stronger because of it.
Yep, and I was on your website. It's a really good website, by the way. There's a lot of information there. I saw something on there that we didn't talk about. Do you guys do some kind of corporate training as well?
The training piece is it's always morphing. Is that the word I want?
Yes.
So we do internal. We were doing external. I'm not sure if we still are. If you saw it on the internet, it must be true. But we have Todd, who is in employment services, is DISC certified and all the things, and he's brilliant. Like, he could teach you how to, I don't even know what would be like the worst thing you would have to do. What would the worst thing?
Good question.
Clean a toilet, right?
There you
So
go.
you could, Todd could be doing a session on how to properly clean a toilet, and you would never want it to end.
Wow.
He's see? But he's so engaging. He's very, very smart, and he kind of makes learning fun. Did I steal that from you?
Yeah,
No,
well,
that's
even if
good.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's good because it's one of those things that, you had on the website, people can set up a tour. There's ways to donate. There's so many things going on. And that's what I like learning about nonprofits is to realize how many buckets you're filling. And when you realize how many buckets you're filling as volunteers or as people that want to support that, you're like, wow, I can add a little bit of this to this to this because you guys, I don't want to say you're spread thin because you're putting a ton into each bucket, but you guys are involved in a lot of things. And when we talked about it yesterday, if you're out there listening and you just drive by, you have no idea what's really going on.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth coming by, even just to come look at the Artisans.
Oh, we got you, didn't we?
Yeah.
Sorry, Don.
Yeah, no.
It's all good. But
Christmas
especially-
shopping.
Yeah, I was going to say holidays are coming up for people. And
Oh, talk about great holiday gifts or coming in there to get stocking stuffers because there's so many different little things that you're able
'cause
to
in
get
the art
there.
room, they were making little Christmas
Oh,
ornaments.
the new
and I was like,
ornaments.
oh.
Well, and
so
that's the
cute,
thing.
beautiful.
Seriously, there are things to fit any budget. We have $5 items, we have $500 paintings, and a whole bunch of stuff in between. But it's a really great way to support Work Skills.
Yes. And to speak to the quality, you guys had a piece of artwork that won an award out at Art Prize in Grand Rapids, right?
We did. Well, it was in the top 20.
Okay.
And what did Michelle say? Like 1,300 entries, 1,100 entries. And that's our ginormous Einstein. That's a pointillism piece done with bottle caps.
Wow.
So that was at Art Prize. We like to do big art, like the mural that I took your picture in front of. It's two-sided, and actually it was in Heartland for the Heartland Art Walk.
yeah.
So we love to travel our art around so people can see it, and then they think, oh, maybe there's more.
Right. And then to go and check everything out.
Yes.
Especially as they continue to make even more.
Very cool. Well, you guys have so much going on. Is there something that we've missed that we haven't covered here?
Well, I will say, because this is what I do, we're recording this in October, and it is giving season. So that's all I'll say about that.
But it's good to be aware of you and know that this is a great cause.
Thank you.
So for those that do want to help and pitch in and, offer something, it definitely is a great place to send some money to.
Thank you.
No, if you're looking for an organization to support with your dollars, we think Work Skills is a great organization to support. And, corporations, giving season, people always love that little bit of a tax write-off. And it's, what a great place. Support someplace local that is building up members in the local community.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Very good. Excellent. Well, so if people do want to find out more in terms of what website or where would be best for them to?
So the foundation website is wskillsfoundation.org. The corporate website is wskills.com, and it'll probably be in the show notes. And we are linked together. Like I said, we're separate tax entities. The corporation provides the service. We help them provide the services. You can call me, 517-304-8003.
Wonderful. And I know that you can get it on the website and that, but I just thought of it. If you are a parent that has someone with special needs, or if you're a person that's like, hey, I want to get out into the workforce, but I have barriers.
Yep.
Where do they start with you to reach out?
The website.
The website?
I mean, if they can call me, absolutely, and I will take down the information and pass it on to the person who needs to know. But right through either website, if you reach out, it goes to several of us in both parts of the work skills world. But yeah, thanks for mentioning, not just if you're a parent of, because of course we have people who come to us because they need help. They need support. It doesn't need to be a parent doing it. So I good job. You're hired. Can I hire him?
It's good to recognize.
Well, thank you so much for coming today. And thanks again for having us on a tour yesterday. It's so nice to be able to go out there, and it's nice to have you here on the show to talk to you about it.
Thank you. We've been working on this for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm glad it finally happened. You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for listening today, everyone, and welcome to Livingston.